With this movement as a backdrop, Erma Blanche Bruce Davis, born November 8, 1888, in Denver, Colorado, would grow up to become a prominent African American educator, suffragist, and civic leader. Though born in Denver, Erma's roots were firmly planted in Leavenworth, Kansas, where she was raised by her trailblazing father, Blanche Keating Bruce, and her mother, Molly Bruce. Blanche Keating Bruce was a pioneer in every sense. He was the first African American to graduate from the University of Kansas and was revered for tutoring many young African American men aspiring to attend West Point for 4 decades. His influence on his daughter Erma would define much of her own life's work. In the photograph above, Erma's father sits alongside her younger sister, Josephine Louise, who tragically passed away in a car accident in the 1930s. After high school, Erma's academic journey continued at the University of Michigan in Ann Arbor, where she arrived in 1906 and graduated with honors in 1910. During her time at Michigan, she formed a lifelong friendship with her roommate, Hilda Ray Johnson. After earning her bachelor's degree, Erma moved to Baltimore, where she joined the faculty at the Colored High School, located at Pennsylvania Avenue and Dolphin Street. There she taught French and German, igniting a passion for education that would stay with her throughout her life. In 1915, Erma married Carrington Lewis Davis, a farmer's son from Garrison, Maryland. Prepared at Morgan College, he graduated in 1901 and went on to Harvard University and was classmates with future President Franklin D. Roosevelt. In 1934, Erma and Carrington were invited to the White House for the 30th reunion of that Harvard class, where Carrington was just one of 6 black class members. Erma married Professor Carrington Lewis at St. Paul's Episcopal Church, and the Leavenworth Times article offers a wealth of details about the ceremony. The church was beautifully decorated with potted plants and flowers, with the chancel lined with palms and the altar adorned with vases of white roses. The bride wore a stunning gown made of satin chiffon with a chantilly lace bodice embellished with pearls. She also wore her mother's wedding veil, a full-length piece of tulle, and the groom's gift of a pearl pin as her only ornament. Both Erma and Carrington were deeply engaged in civil rights. The couple was also active in the political struggles of the day. The two traveled throughout the country speaking on the civil rights of black teachers. Carrington's correspondence shown here with W.E.B. Du Bois, in which he answered questions about the voting habits of African American citizens in Baltimore, is a testament to his and Erma's commitment to social justice. Shortly after marriage, Erma plunged into activism, joining an organization founded in September 1915 at the residence of Estelle Young. Young was elected president, Margaret Hawkins vice president, Augusta Chazelle secretary, and the executive board included Erma Davis as chair. They held their first meeting on October 5, 1915, where Miss Davis was a speaker. As chair, Erma and the group began organizing rallies, educating voters, and advocating for women's suffrage. Their efforts gained momentum, and soon the organization was known as the Colored Women's Suffrage Club, or the Progressive Women's Suffrage Club. The group's efforts were instrumental in securing the vote for African American women and encouraging women to take the rights seriously. According to the 1920 census records, more African American women than white women registered to vote in Baltimore. Erma's work did not end with suffrage. She was also a founding member of the Epsilon Omega chapter of Alpha Kappa Alpha Sorority Incorporated, the first graduate chapter in the North Atlantic region. As bacillus from 1930 to 1932, she helped steer the chapter's focus on civic engagement, voter education, and scholarship fundraising. Under her leadership, Alpha Kappa Alpha Sorority Incorporated held its first boule in the North Atlantic region from December 27 through December 29th of 1923. Around 100 delegates and members were present. She was later elected Supreme Epistolist and served as Regional Director, then called Central Organizer, in 1926, helping to expand Alpha Kappa Alpha's presence and influence in the region. Erma was also deeply involved in her community. She served on the board of the Central YWCA, and in 1917, she became a division lieutenant in the food conservation efforts during the war. She was a member of several prominent social and political groups, including the Du Bois Circle, where she served as president. Erma's legacy is also tied to her remarkable family history. Her great-uncle, Blanche Kelso Bruce, born into slavery in Virginia, made history as the first African American to serve a full term in the U.S. Senate representing Mississippi. Erma passed away on January 26, 1960, at the age of 71. She was found by a young roomer, Hampton Cloud, who discovered her lying in bed, the victim of heart disease. She had no children, and her lifelong friend Hilda Johnson Evans arranged her burial. In a poignant final twist, just hours before her death, Erma attended the Founders Day banquet for the Epsilon Omega chapter of Alpha Kappa Alpha sorority at Wilson's Restaurant. She was honored as one of the chapter's charter members, an acknowledgement of her tireless work for the sorority and its ideals. Erma Blanche Bruce Davis's life was a testament to her unwavering commitment to education, civil rights, and activism. Erma's legacy lives on as a beacon of social justice, equality, and civic engagement, values that continue to inspire and guide those who follow in her footsteps.